Hello, hello, hello. Toshi here. Welcome back to a new Stella Sora video. I was enjoying my morning session. Phrasing. I was enjoying my morning, just look at the news session where I just pretty much lay in bed and look at the news of various things, whether that's political stuff, whether that's gacha game, whether that is business related stuff. I was just looking at news for everything. And I happen to see that Stella Sora is in some drama with the Korean server. Has something to do with Fuyuka and her ultimate animation for whatever reason that may be. We'll take a look at this. Now, if there's anything about Fuyuka right now that I can say right off the bat, I don't like the character pretty much at all. The only thing I liked about the character is the fact that her animations are actually pretty darn cool. She has some of the coolest animations in the game for a character. They're really cool. That's without saying, right? She is a limited trekker. I hope they put a ton of effort into limited trekkers. Heck, even the regular characters in this game have cool animations. Like Iris is pretty cool, so on and so forth. But yeah, her animations are really good. So I'm very surprised that there is any issue with the animation of this character to begin with at all, right? And not just the design alone of this character, right? That's the one thing I would expect to be complaining about. I'm like, yo, this design is so bad. But maybe it's not bad to anyone else that is not Toshi. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at this drama and see if it's fabricated. It probably is fabricated, right? Made out of thin air. But let's see what's going on. Okay, this is straight from their Twitter, and it's translated by Grok. So yeah, there is probably a little bit. Well, Grok is really good translation, but we'll see, right? And one thing I want to mention before we do read this here is if anything that comes out from this, right? If they do change the animation for the character, I don't know if they'll change it for all servers. I don't know if they're going to be cheap, right? I don't know if they'll change it for all servers. I don't know if they're going to be, very well, let's be real here. Just be cool and then just like change it for just Korea server. I don't know how these things work. But as Joestar here, I know that they have different versions of the game for like Azure Lane and stuff like that. They are a publisher for that though, but this is their first game. We'll see what happens. If we do get more gems out of this, I won't complain either. I think whenever Korea does something or says anything, things change, whether that's for the good or for the worst, right? Let's go. Hello, Demon King. We have reviewed your opinions, dude. Starting off strong, Demon King, dude. Well, I got the female tyrant, so I don't know about that. We reviewed your opinions regarding the specific motion of the upcoming character that is currently raising issues. This is Fuyuka, right? Her animations. First, we sincerely apologize for any discomfort this scene has caused many of you Demon Kings. Again, I want to know what discomfort this scene has caused at all, right? However, we would like to inform you that this motion, contrary to your concerns, is a scene created by an artist of foreign nationality and has absolutely no relation to any specific ideology. Foreign. Jeez. Stella Sora does not support any ideology in any way, nor does it attempt to project any specific ideology through the game. We are striving to ensure that the game remains a game that many users can enjoy. Wait, this should go without saying. This should go without saying. Was it something underhanded? This should go without saying. I don't, for one, play Stella Sora and think for a second, wow, this game has so many different political ideologies mixed in with the characters. I don't look at Shia and be like, oh my god, what is with all this Nazi support in this game? That's probably a slur, so I probably have to blur it out in the video when I edit it. Yeah, I don't think about that. I think, oh my god, this character is so hot and I'm so hard right now. Yeah, that's what I think about when I see Shia. Not anything else. What the heck, dude? These guys need to like, honestly, the people that are like upset about this need to just like start just jerking off more. Let's be real here, right? Like if you jerk off more, you will not have issues like this. Let's be real. Let's be real. Maybe it's post nut clarity, right? Like maybe it's that because I can't see how this would ever be an issue to anybody, right? With Fuyuka of all characters, by the way, the character that looks the goofiest with her animations. I can't, dude. In addition, we are internally discussing this matter with the development team and reviewing follow-up response plans, including the possibility revisions. We will provide further details on specific response measures through a separate announcement at a later date. We appreciate your valuable feedback, Demon Kings. We will continue to do our utmost to provide better service moving forward. is so crazy that this is the character releases, guys. The character releases literally tomorrow, right? Or maybe later today at time I'm recording. This character literally releases like tomorrow. Yeah, the character literally releases tomorrow. Shia's banner has gone in a day. They're going to change this character for Korea. Again, I don't know how this works out in the end because this is like the first time something like this has ever happened for Stella Sora. So I don't know what's going to happen, right? For what does this mean for global? I don't know. What does this mean for other servers? I don't know. But all I can say is that they're going to be changing it for Korea. And by the way, the character comes out in like a day. That is crazy. This is so soon, right? This is so soon. How does this even become an issue to begin with? Now, let's take a look at the animation. I have it pulled up here. Let's take a look at the animation of Fuyuka here. We have our ultimate animation. So, yeah, I'm trying to sit here and visualize what's going on. Can we slow it down? We can slow it down here. We're going to go 0.5 speed. Let's see what happens during this animation that makes it so, political. Okay, so her booba jiggles when she throws down her fists, which is to be expected, right? These fists probably have a lot of weight. A lot of jiggle physics with this character. Okay, booty. Nice. She has one arm back, right? She has a stance. She has one arm up, right? This is her gauntlet arm. She's going to launch her gauntlet. This is a very good and very safe stance for the character, right? I mean, I'm looking at this from a not necessarily how the animator made it, but just like how the character is and how this makes sense, right? I'm trying to make logic out of this. I don't see anything out of line right now. There's nothing out of pocket about this at all. I mean, just look at this. There's literally nothing out of pocket about this. Okay, here's the issue. Here is the actual issue. So during the animation of Fuyuka, she does this, symbol insinuating a small pee-pee. That's the issue all together with this drama. Yeah, I didn't even notice this. You would have to look frame by frame to notice this. I would have never seen this. I don't know. Even if I would have seen this, I still wouldn't have even thought like, small peepee. I just wouldn't think of that. I mean, this can be interpreted in many different ways. I don't know. This is just again a nothing sandwich, but it if they're gonna change it, it's such a minor thing to change. I don't really care, but yeah, I thought it was something major. This is nothing, right? So honestly, they changed it. It wouldn't really affect me, but this is kind of weird though. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm trying to make logic out of it, but yeah, this is weird. Apparently, there is some like deeper thing, symbolism behind it, and it has more to do with like a movement or something. But yeah, I'm not really trying to look too much into that because I don't really care. But yeah, I thought I would give you guys at least some information regarding this whole situation and why this is even an issue to begin with. I'm not someone who is having issue with this. I'm trying to understand what the issue is with this. I don't know. But yeah, that's what people are having issue with. And you know what? Because of this, I feel like I should go all in on this character, bro. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, again, I know some of you will probably get racist and stuff like that, or get what I like to call soft racist. So soft racism against Korea. It has nothing to do with Korea, right? It just has something to do with players that are just, I'll be honest here, slow, right? Like it just has something to do with players that are just slow, not necessarily a Korea thing, right? Because I know I always see this all the time. Anytime there's anything to do with Korea, right, in any game or any type of media outlet, right, people find an opportunity to just be racist against Koreans. It has nothing to do with just Koreans. It is just people being dumb, right, as per usual. Nothing else, right? Or just people being delusional. That's a better way to put it, being delusional. Yeah. So I just want to throw it out there just so we know how I feel and what I think and how I believe this should be interpreted, right? Because I'm tired of seeing people just be racist for no reason or have a what they deem to be a good excuse to be racist, right? Anyways, that's kind of it with this drama here. Maybe we could read some comments on Reddit and see what people say. But again, do I want to go on Reddit? Most people there are probably going to say some underhanded racist comments. I don't really want to put that in the video. We can maybe look at Twitter, But Twitter is probably even worse than Reddit these days, right? Because Twitter is now, you're now allowed to say the N word on Twitter. So I think that alone should let you know that we probably should not be looking at comments on Twitter. But yeah, I feel like there really is no other stance to have on this other than this whole thing is just stupid, right? There's no reason why a character should be getting like their animation should be getting reworked a day before the character releases for a reason that was fabricated to begin with, right? It wasn't like this was a mistake on the animator's part. It was just that because some people are delusional, it was interpreted in a different manner. And therefore, because of that, and because of how sensitive some people are, and Yostar is doing the honestly, sadly, right thing for them right away as soon as possible because they don't want to make anyone upset and cause drama long term for the company, right? Or cause issues for the company long term. They're deciding to go ahead and just fix this right from the get go altogether without really, again, trying to have any issues with this in the long run. So I guess it is what it is. We'll see what this means for global, and other servers in terms of the animations changing for the Ultimate. And maybe I don't know if they'll change anything else for the character, but that's kind of it, right? Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice rest of your day. Kind of a weird little bit of drama here for Stella Sora. Not what I was really expecting, but hey, it happens, man. It happens. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast though. Bye bye.